Hello, 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 my lovely friends. Thank you for joining me on my channel once again. Your girl is here. I've scrapbooked. I am guest designing for Scrapbook Your Joy. And guess what I'm designing with? The brand new color study from Vicky Booten. Now, I've been looking forward to this release for a little bit, and I'm glad that it's here. I'm glad that I have my hands on it. I'm glad I got to work with it. So thank you to Scrapbook Your Joy for having me guest design this month for them. And so to begin with, I had this trio set of pictures of my daughter. I printed them all at the same time. Two of them are in color and one of them is in black and white. And so I had them sitting and I kind of wanted to use multiple photos of the same photo. And so I decided to use a color one and a black and white one. But I started with some color Bach white cardstock. So this is what I use for when I'm not really doing any mixed media or heavy mixed media or watercolor, I should say. And so I like the texture of it. I like the weight of it. And I'm just using the 12 by 12 paper pad here. And I cut some strips of the cardstock. And I'm going to create a heavier bottom centered layout. So here I'm trying to decide whether I want to use this trio of pictures or that picture of my daughter at the pumpkin patch. And I'm glad that I went with the trio of pictures. Either picture would have worked, but she's just so sassy looking in this photo that I feel like I felt like it just needed to be scrapbooked ASAP. Now I've had this picture in my, my cubby of photos for like months. This is probably from last summer or the end of summer. She's smaller here and I miss those days, but she's growing to be a divine little sassy pants of a young lady and she just turned 5. So I'm going through the cardstock right now. I like that Vicky's papers are both double-sided. And so the papers that I had originally torn out of the 12 by 12 pad worked phenomenally with the for the matting of the photos, so I just went with it. I love it, and everything worked really, really well. You can see here that I'm starting to mat my photos and creating my layers. I haven't done that in a little while. For the most part, I do it every single time I scrapbook, but this particular time, or the videos before this one, I don't think I really did a lot of layering of the mattings. The mattings? You know what I mean. So I have these scraps and I'm going to create more layers, of course. Different, shapes and sizes peeking through at different angles. And I just kind of like how haphazard it kind of looks, even though it's fully intentional. So here I am using some foam dimensional, and I'm just going to prop up or hot glue the foam dimensional down on the back side using my trusty hot glue gun. She's become my favorite tool to use in the craft room, and actually not just in the craft room. I use her for everything. You need to sew something? Bottom of curtains? Hot glue her. I don't sew. I'm not a sewer, and it's just faster for me to get things done with a glue gun. It just, I'm sure some of you ladies or gentlemen can totally relate. I have multiple glue guns, like maybe 4 in my house. So what can I say? I really love them. So here I am going through the embellishment packs. So the collection comes with 2 different types. Some have some words in them, some title words that are large enough to use as titles, I should say. And some of them are vellum pieces with gold accents, which are super pretty. I didn't use any of those. Some are larger, some are smaller. So it's a great mix of florals and kind of like artsy supplies. And I just love that about Vicky's collections because it totally tells you what type of person she is. She's stylish. Vicky is colorful, okay? But she's also the artist, right? And I love that. Vicky is totally visible in her paper collections every single time. And I love that because for those of us that scrapbook, there aren't many collections out there that show us the pencil crayons, let's say in the tin can, that show the crayons or the paint sets or the paint tubes or the paint brushes, even rulers for that matter. Once upon a time, rulers were a big thing. Have you seen a collection with rulers, lately? Not so many, but Vicky's got them. Vicky's got all these elements that incorporate both the fun and whimsical sides of collections, of paper and of scrapbooking, but also the pretty side of it too, the artsy side of it. I love it. So here I am using some pieces again from the both ephemera packs. And I know that I'm going to add quite a bit of florals to anchor everything down. So right now my photo's kind of hovering, it's kind of floating. So I'm going to create some weight now and add the florals so that it works as one heavier bottomed and grounded piece. So I'm just positioning the flowers in a way that I feel work. There isn't any rhyme or reason to the way I do things. It just kind of happen. I just kind of let nature take its course and creates. And especially for this layout, I had gotten up super early this morning because I knew that I had to get things done, and also I had the mojo. And when you have that mojo, you can't sleep, you can't do things properly. So I think it was like 6:30 in the morning and I got up out of bed. Everyone was still sleeping. My house was quiet. I loved it. I went downstairs to my office and just started creating. So you can see that I'm also using those kind of beaded looking or ball garlands. And I'm just adding a bit more texture and more shape and more color. And I love how colorful this collection is. All of her collections are so colorful, but just this collection's really doing it for me. Also, the budgies in this collection. Like, hello. Is there anything cuter? Like, I'm not a fan of birds. I'm actually terrified of birds, but not so much small birds, but birds like seagulls. And in Canada, we have geese that are the size of a large child, a large infant. So I'm terrified of those guys. But the budgies, oh my gosh, I can't. It's too much. I love it. So I think there were two. There was either a green or yellow, and then this like aqua-ish kind of budgie, and just so cute. So the title I created out of the thickers that came with the collection, and the happy comes from the thicker collection, and it's called The Details. And girl is also the thickers that are part of the collection, and they're in the, I guess, font or they're called Modern Art. So I really love them. And this collection is available right now on Scrapbook Your Joy. So if you need this collection, head over there ASAP because Sandra's got it. And, the links to the shop will be in the description box below, as well as the links to social media and anything you need to know, it's in there. I always provide it for you at the bottom. And so I'm going to scatter, what you just saw there, that I scattered some of the hearts. They're like little, I think they're from the thicker collection, one of the thicker packs. And I'm using some Heidi Swap Color Shine just to add, my gold accents. Love that. I love the way this layout turned out. It just really is colorful and playful and artsy-fartsy, but also very beautiful at the same time. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and like I said, I will leave the links to the Scrapbook Your Joy, all the Scrapbook Your Joy links in the description box below, social media, the store, all of it. So I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Thank you so much for watching yet again another video. I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.